lesson number 3, synthetic fibers and plastics. You may have heard about the synthetic fibers and also about the plastics. We are going to understand it in depth today. We are going to learn in detail. So, whatever we are going to learn, just try to compare it with your life, with your daily examples. Okay. Now we are on the page number 32. The clothes which we wear are made of fabrics. We are wearing a variety of the clothes, and these all clothes are made of fabrics, and fabrics are made from fibers which are obtained from natural or artificial sources. We know that the fabrics are very important for making the clothes, and these fabrics are made from fibers, and these fibers are obtained from natural as well as artificial sources. We have learned it maybe in the previous classes or in your previous knowledge. You may know about it that fibers are available as natural fiber and also artificial. So these are the two sources available for the fiber, that is fibers obtained from natural sources and fibers obtained from artificial sources. So can you name some natural fibers that you know? Yes, just think over it. Natural fibers, I can give example cotton. You may think also about it, that many more examples you can give. Fibers are also used for making large variety of the household articles. Fibers are not only used for making the cloths, but also it is used for making the large variety of the household articles also. Make a list of some common articles made from fibers. Try to separate them into those made from natural fibers and those made from artificial fibers. Make entries in table 3.1. You can see one table is given on your page, that is natural and artificial fiber, name of article, and made from natural or artificial fiber. You have to write. Number first column is for serial number, second column is for name of article, and third column is for type of fiber. So which article is made from which fiber, that is from natural fiber or artificial fiber, that you have to write. Okay, just complete this activity and just write it in notebook. Okay, why did you label some fibers as artificial? I think you know the exact meaning of artificial, that is artificial means man-made. So you have named, I think you will name that now in the artificial fiber, that article, which article is made from artificial fiber, that you will name it. So why you just label it artificial? What do you mean by artificial? That is man-made. I think you have at least a little knowledge about the fibers, that is which one is the artificial, which one is the natural. You may ask your parents also for these queries regarding the natural fiber and artificial fiber. Okay, you have read in your previous classes that natural fibers like cotton, wool, silk, etc. are obtained from plants or animals. The fibers which are obtained from cotton, wool, silk, or from the animals, that is obtained from plants or animals, these fibers are known as natural fibers. And the synthetic fibers, they are made by human beings. The synthetic fibers, on the other hand, are made by human beings. That is why these are called synthetic or man-made fibers. See, what do you mean by synthetic fiber? The fiber which is made by human being is known as synthetic fiber, or it is also known as man-made fibers. Okay, so here we got some idea about synthetic fiber and natural fiber. Okay, now exactly we are going to begin the first point of the lesson 3.1. What are synthetic fibers? Now as we have discussed in the previous classes about the spinning of the cotton yarn and how the different fabrics are made from different fibers or various cloths, how it are made from the fabrics that we have seen. Today we are going to begin actually, or we are going to think actually about the synthetic fibers. So what are synthetic fibers? This is the first question, first point. To understand it, we are going to just discuss about one activity or about the one figure 3.1 A and B. Try to recall the uniform pattern found in necklace of beads joined with the help of thread. Figure 3.1a. You can see on your page the figure 3.1a is given, where one necklace of beads have shown, and this necklace actually made from the beads, and these beads are joined with each other with the help of thread. Okay, this is the first one. And second one is about try to join number of paper clips. You know about the paper clips that you can see also in the figure 3.1b. Number of the paper clips together joined to make a long chain. You can see it in figure 3.1b. Now, is there any similarity between the two? What do you think? Is the similarities are there? I think in both the figures you can see the similarity. Just think. The similarity is about both are chain. Both are chain. So likewise, synthetic fiber is also a chain of small units joined together. Synthetic fiber is also chain of small units joined together. How synthetic fiber is made? It is a chain of small units which is joined together. Each small unit is actually a chemical substance. As you know that we have started to point synthetic fiber. So synthetic were related with the man-made, and man-made means it's a, we can say it's not natural, means it's made from the chemical. So here when we think about a synthetic fiber, each small unit in this synthetic fiber is actually made or actually a chemical substance. Many such small units combine to form a large single unit called polymer. And when these small units of chemical or small units, when they combine together to form a single unit, or these such small units combine to form a large single unit called polymer. It is known as polymer. Okay. See, this word polymer actually comes from the two Greek words. Poly means many and mer means part or unit. Means when many parts or units come together, it forms polymer. Okay, so polymer is made of many repeating units. When you see any chain is the continuous sequence of a particular unit. You can see your chain or the we can say also the necklace in your home. If you observe, it's a continuous repetition. Okay, so this repeating units is a kind of polymer. It's a kind of polymer. You can take simple example. If it is, just we say simply, the chain available at a home, it's a continuous repetition of a particular unit. Okay, now we are on the page number 33. Polymers occur in nature also. You can see the natural polymers as examples. Cotton, for example, is a polymer called cellulose. Okay, cellulose is also a kind of polymer. And you may think now that just we have discussed polymers means many units. Okay, then how the cellulose is called as a polymer? Because cellulose is made up of large number of glucose units. When large number of glucose units comes together, then cellulose polymer formed. Okay, so just we have started and we have completed the point 3.1, what are synthetic fibers, and now we are going to see various types of synthetic fibers. Okay, various types of synthetic fibers. To understand it, now we will first think about the point number 3.2, types of synthetic fibers. The first one, very famous, you may have heard or thought also about it, that is the rayon. You have read in class 7th that silk fibers obtained from silkworm has it was discovered in China and was kept as closely guarded secret for a long time. Now we are thinking we are actually it's a funny issue nowadays, or funny, not funny actually, it means a serious issue. It's a serious issue. I don't want to talk detail about the China. While watching this video, you may think about the India and China. I don't want to go in detail because you are the student, I am a teacher, and we don't want to go regarding that. Only only for the knowledge purpose, I would like to tell you that silkworm was discovered in China and was kept as closely guarded secret for a long time. Okay, it was discovered in China, but that was kept secret for the long time. And fabric obtained from silk fiber was very costly. Nowadays also you can see that mostly the silk fiber is costly one. Okay, the fibers which are obtained from the silk, that all the, it's a very costly one, but it's a beautiful texture, fascinated everybody. Even it is costly, it's a beautiful texture which was fascinated mostly by everyone. Attempts were made to make silk artificially. As it is very costly, the efforts were taken to make the silk artificially. Towards the end of the 19th century, scientists were successful in obtaining the fiber having a property similar to that of silk. Now you can ask your parents also, why the silk is costly, or why the silk is only a kind of costly material available for the clothes. Why the preference given for the silk? So at that time also the silk was very costly, and scientists were searching another option for the silk, and they got the success. At the end of the 19th century, they got the successful invention regarding the silk. They found a material, another material which is similar to that of silk. They found the fiber having properties similar to that of silk. Such a fiber was obtained by chemical treatment of wood pulp. How they obtained this artificial silk? They obtained it from wood pulp, chemical treatment of wood pulp. This fiber was called rayon or artificial silk. The artificial silk that they obtained by the chemical treatment of wood pulp is known as rayon or artificial silk. Okay, although rayon is obtained from natural source wood pulp, it is man-made fiber. We know that rayon is obtained from the natural source, but as they have done the chemical treatment on the wood pulp, it is known as man-made fiber. It is cheaper than silk and can be woven like silk fibers. See, I don't know that what are the characteristics of the silk, and if you don't know, you can ask your parents. Silk is costly one, but this rayon or this artificial silk is cheaper than that of silk and can be woven like silk fibers. It can also be dyed in a wide variety of colors. Means various colors can be also given, or this artificial silk or rayon can be dyed in wide variety of the colors. Rayon is mixed with cotton to make bed sheets or mixed with wool to make carpets also. You can see the figure 3.2. This rayon or this artificial silk is used to mix with the cotton, and when rayon mix with the cotton, it can be used to make the bed sheets, or it can be mixed with the wool also to make the carpets. You can see the figure 3.2, articles made from the rayon. Now actually we are going to start the very famous, very popular word that I would like to pronounce, that is the nylon. You may have also heard, whenever you go in the market, if you want to take a rope, various options are available, but the most famous and popular option is the nylon. Your parents know about it. If you don't know, get the details about the nylon. Nylon, mostly the word is used. So what is the nylon? This nylon is another man-made fiber. This nylon is another man-made fiber. Means nylon is made by the artificially, or it's man-made. In 1931, it was made without using any natural raw material. See, in the year 1931, it was made without using any natural raw material. Which natural raw materials? It is not made from plants or animal. It is made from different material. Now you may think which materials are used. It was prepared from coal, water and air. Nylon was made from coal, water and air. It was the first fully synthetic fiber. See, in the history of fabrics, whenever we think about the artificial fibers, nylon comes at the first, that it was the first fully synthetic fiber. Nylon fiber was strong. See, what are the characteristics, why we give the preference, or why the word nylon comes in our mouth, especially, or most of the time nylon comes in our mouth. What's the reason behind it? The reason, nylon fiber was strong, elastic and light. It was lustrous and easy to wash. So it became very popular for making clothes. Whenever, as you know that for the exam purpose, we prepare the question, we frame the question. Here you can prepare the question. That's why the nylon fiber is popular, or nylon fiber is convenient to use compared to the natural fibers. At that time you can write this paragraph, you can think about this paragraph to write the answer. Nylon fiber was strong, elastic and light. It was lustrous and easy to wash. So it became the very popular for making clothes. Now which things actually are made from the nylon? We use many articles made from the nylon, such as socks, ropes, tents, toothbrushes, car seat belts, sleeping bags, curtains, etc. You can see these various things actually they have shown in the form of the picture in the figure 3.3. Various things are made from the nylon. Nylon is very popular. Okay. See, the Bojo have the question, is nylon fiber really so strong that we can make nylon parachutes and ropes for rock climbing? What do you think? As we have discussed, the nylon is strong and all. But is it that much strong that we can make the parachute from the nylon? Or is it that much strong that we can make the ropes for the climbing the rock? So let me try to find out the answer. You got the answer? Are you thinking about it? That the nylon is really that much strong? Nylon is also used for making parachutes and ropes for rock climbing. See, on the page number 34, you can see they have shown it with the help of the picture, that is figure 3.4, use of nylon fibers to make the parachute. I think you can understand the value of the parachute, where the importance for the life is given the most of the time, and for the rock climbing where the various risks are taken. It's a kind of risk where they believe on nylon. So therefore, as the nylon is strong, they believe on the nylon. It is used for making the parachutes, and also for making the ropes for rock climbing. A nylon thread is actually stronger than a steel wire. See, if you compare the nylon and steel, nylon thread is stronger compared to the steel wire. So here you can understand the value of the nylon and the importance for the nylon. Whether the nylon is stronger than the steel wire, to check it, we are going to see the activity number 3.1 at the next session. Okay, so today we have learned about the synthetic fibers and plastics. The lesson we have started. We have seen the point 3.1, what are the synthetic fibers, where we have seen what is meant by synthetic fiber, what is the polymer, and the types of synthetic fiber. Just we have started, where we have completed the point rayon and we started the point nylon. Okay, whatever I told, whatever little activities or wherever you can frame the questions and write the answers. The next part we will see at the next session. Thank you.